Beyond the Gates spoilers reveal that CBS' latest addition to the daytime lineup will offer a new spin on the genre, but it'll still contain all the usual shockers and shakeups that soap fans have come to expect. There'll be a lot to love about Beyond the Gates, so we've got a preview of what's in store when it premieres on February 24th. The new Sudzer is led by series creator Michelle Val-Jean and executive producer Sheila Ducksworth, so they gave an interview to Entertainment Weekly ahead of the show's first air date. It's clear that there's plenty of excitement behind the scenes about what Beyond the Gates has to offer. This is a different kind of world, Val-Jean insisted. The characters are different from anything that I've seen in daytime. That's what I'm excited about. We're presenting something that hasn't been done before. Beyond the Gates focuses on a posh gated community with a wealthy black family at the center of the drama. Although the Duprees certainly don't always get along, there's a real sense of family here and a drive to stick together. In these Maryland suburbs, there were some of the most affluent African-American counties in all of America. I felt that this was an area that was ripe for the picking, Ducksworth said as she gushed over Beyond the Gates premise. As for the Duprees, we should mention some of the key players. Vernon Dupree, Clifton Davis, is the family patriarch and a retired senator, while Anita Dupree, Tamara Tooney, is the feisty matriarch who used to have a singing career. Anita and Vernon also have two daughters who'll help deliver some action once the show kicks off. Nicole Dupree Richardson, Daphne Duplay, is a philanthropist, psychiatrist, and a bit of an overachiever, while Danny Dupree, Carla Mosley, is a free-spirited former model-turned-momager. Despite being a little dysfunctional, the love the Duprees have for each other will shine through. With all the money and power that the Duprees have backing them up, they'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with. Beyond the Gates spoilers point to some juicy secrets, wild scandals, and deep betrayals, so stick with us for more story predictions and updates on any other major news about the show. Get ready to clear your DVRs and lock your doors, because the world of daytime television is about to be turned upside down. CBS, the network that brought us the enduring legacy of the young and the restless and the bold and the beautiful, is throwing open the doors to a new, opulent, and deeply twisted world with its latest offering, Beyond the Gates. Premiering this June, the series is not just a new soap, it's a declaration of war on mundane television, a promise of escapism drenched in champagne and poisoned by secrets. Set in the deceptively pristine, old money enclave of Ravenswood, the series takes its name from the imposing, wrought iron gates that separate the sprawling, manicured estates of the elite from the prying eyes of the public. But as viewers will quickly learn, the most formidable gates are the ones people build around their own hearts, and those are the ones most desperate to be torn down. We're not just telling stories of romance and intrigue, explains executive producer Miranda Thorne, a daytime veteran with multiple Emmys on her shelf. We're excavating the American dream and holding up the pieces to see which ones are real and which are beautifully crafted forgeries. Ravenswood is a town where your last name is your currency, your reputation is your armor, and the smile of your neighbor often hides the knife they plan to plant in your back. Beyond the Gates is about what happens when the armor cracks. And crack it will. The foundation of this new saga is built upon three core families, whose fates are so intertwined they've become a Gordian knot of resentment, desire, and shared, bloody history. The founding families, a trinity of trouble. The Sterling dynasty, fortune and fragility. At the apex of Ravenswood society sits the Sterling family, the undisputed royalty of the town. Patriarch Alastair Sterling, played by the formidable James Reed, is the CEO of Sterling Global, a man whose steely gaze has brokered billion-dollar deals and broken lesser men. He is the architect of his own empire, but the cracks in his foundation are beginning to show. His wife, Eleanor Sterling, Finola Hughes, is the epitome of grace and poise, a woman who has curated her life and family like a museum exhibit. But beneath the flawless Chanel suits and perfectly arranged charity galas lies a woman who knows every single one of her husband's secrets and has a vault of her own. Their children are the heirs to this gilded cage. Julian Sterling, Robert Palmer Watkins, is the golden boy, the Harvard-educated successor who seems to have it all: the looks, the charm, the corporate acumen. But the pressure to be perfect is driving him to dark places and reckless decisions. His sister, Vivian Sterling, Courtney Hope, is the rebel, a brilliant and fiercely independent artist who wants nothing to do with the family business, viewing it as a soulless machine. Her refusal to play by the rules makes her a wild card, and in Ravenswood, wild cards are either the most dangerous players or the easiest victims. The Valdez clan New Money, Ancient Grudges. If the Sterlings represent old money, the Valdez family is the explosive, vibrant force of the new. Self-made construction magnate Rafael Valdez, Eric Winter, clawed his way out of nothing to build a real estate empire that now threatens Sterling's dominance. He is charismatic, ruthless, and driven by a deep-seated need to prove that he belongs on the other side of the gates. His wife, Isabella Valdez Gloria Leno, is his staunchest ally, a woman who remembers the lean years and is determined never to go back. She is the social climber, using her wit, beauty, and unapologetic ambition to carve out a place for her family in a society that still looks down on them. Their children are a reflection of their parents' conflicting drives. Diego Valdez, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, is being groomed to take over the business, but his heart isn't in it. A compassionate and idealistic lawyer, he finds himself constantly at odds with his father's cutthroat tactics. Meanwhile, his sister, Sofia Valdez Olivia Mackel, has fully embraced the new money mantra, a social media influencer and party girl whose lavish, public lifestyle is a constant source of tension and a potential liability for the entire family. The Hudsons, the keepers of the town's darkest secrets. And then there are the Hudsons, the family that proves Ravenswood's rock goes right down to the bedrock. Sheriff Ben Hudson, John Beck, has been the town's lawman for over 30 years. He's a fixture, a trusted face who projects an image of folksy integrity. But Ben has spent his career not just upholding the law, but selectively enforcing it, often acting as a silent guardian for the powerful families have lined his pockets. His wife, Martha Hudson, Melissa Claire Egan, is the town's most beloved historian and the editor of the local paper, a position she uses to carefully control the town's narrative, burying inconvenient truths in the back pages or erasing them altogether. Their son, Liam Hudson, Tanner Novlin, is the only one who seems unaware of the family's complicity. A dedicated and honest paramedic, he represents the town's conscience, rushing in to save lives while his father and mother work in the shadows to protect the town's corrupt soul. His return to Ravenswood after years away is the catalyst that will